COVID has been such a challenge, obviously in so many ways for all of us. And one of the most critical things that community organizations like the YMCA rely on is the ability to fundraise. The ability to do fundraising is what allows for so many of these services to be able to provide it at those reasonable costs. And COVID has made it extremely difficult to do that. Obviously, not being able to do the usual community drives or in-person events for fundraising purposes has caused a very significant challenge for groups like the YMCA locally. And I'm really proud to say that our government, through the Ontario Trillium Foundation, has looked at this situation and tried to do something to remedy it. So here today we're announcing that through the OTF funding, the YMCA locally here has received $87,500, which allowed for the purposes of hiring an intern, who is Ms. Collette here, Natasha, who we've all just seen, and some other funding that went with respect to that purpose of trying to help these fundraising drives grow and find other alternative ways to be able to raise funds. So I'm very, very happy to see you in the role, Natasha, and really happy that the team here at the YMCA is able to continue doing such great work. I really want to thank you all for your dedication to the community, all the help that you provide every day, and something that is obviously so important in our communities are organizations like the YMCA. So
now when we go see them and ask for those donations, some of those are looking for assistance. So it's made it incredibly difficult for a lot of charities, including our own. But it goes deeper than that, because even prior to COVID-19, there have been studies that have shown that having a dedicated fundraising person on your staff is essential. Whereas the level of giving has been consistent over the last 50 years. The number of charitable organizations looking for donations and funding has increased 100 times, making it one of, if not the most competitive sectors out there, the charitable industry. So when you look at the funding we received from the provincial government for this, it's really twofold. It can't be understated how important it is. It was not meant to be a quick fix or a short-term solution because of COVID. It was really meant to be a long-term. It was meant to develop a sustainable, long-term position that isn't going to go away, that you're going to have after COVID to continue being competitive in that sector. Really a position whose primary purpose is to generate revenue. And thanks to the Ontario Trillium Foundation and our provincial government, we were able to hire Natasha. And it wasn't just hiring Natasha, but we were also able to hire a consultant, Inspire Canada, who's worked with many YMCAs across the country, including a lot of charities. They helped with the hiring process. They did a full review of our fundraising process. They interviewed community stakeholders, members, board members, volunteers, staff, civic leaders. I think even a couple of councillors were interviewed. They took all of this information. They sat down with Natasha, and together they formed a fundraising plan that we can use year after year. We may have to tweak it from time to time, but it's done.